Heading down, Irving Street, y'all. Heading down Irving Street here in Allentown, PA. Musikfest 2014, 2 down, 8 to go. No, I really haven't explored it yet, but checked out a little bit of Main Street tonight, and August 2nd going into August 3rd, 2014, and it was the usual complete and total chaotic mob scene. So basically, if you're planning on showing up and you don't want complete chaos and a huge shoulder-to-shoulder crowd at points, I'd suggest showing up a little early. We haven't covered too much of the music yet. Other events taking a higher priority. Yes, there are other things. Yes, there are other things going on in Lehigh Valley in addition to the north and south side of the Main Street and north and south side of Bethlehem, believe it or not. So, but I was right about one thing. And even one of the bus drivers had agreed with me, Atlanta bus drivers, where they need the Bethlehem police do a fantastic job. Okay, the security does a fantastic job, but there needs to be, even through the chaos and the mob scene, there needs to be a better way to kind of like cut back on the high level of consumption of alcohol, and basically they gotta cut back on the amount of people that get wasted at this thing. Musikfest 2014, I was on Main Street. It's the same thing like it was last year. While a lot of people were not wasted, there were enough to warrant this statement of basically it is an alcohol free-for-all. By that I mean they do not cut people off. Hi. Okay. They do not, a lot of times they do not cut people off. I realize that this is maybe difficult to do, but it is, it needs to be done. Another problem with Musikfest is when they shut Main Street down around 10 o'clock, guess what? The bars are flooded with people. Everybody's not done partying yet. Well, I witnessed while I was just, I grabbed a seat out West Broad, people who were clearly 100% hammered going into a bar and not coming out right away, which gave an indication that yes, they were getting served. So, and I actually had a chance to, I walked up to 3 Bethlehem police officers and thanked them and the entire police department for helping to create a safe environment for the festival. And one of the, I told them, and even the officers agreed with me. I said, at this statement, I said, all it takes is one spark. All it takes is 2 drunks, and that could set everything off. And even the police officers agreed with me. So this is actually, you don't hear about it in the media because this brings a lot of money and a lot of people into the area. It helps the area out overall, okay? But unlike the rest of the media, I'm not making it. I don't make any money off this, okay? So obviously, Musikfest advertises in a lot of media in the area. And even if they did advertise with A Valley and Beyond, I'd still state this, where from the organizers down to the servers and bartenders. I mean, you walk down Main Street and the majority of the places are alcohol, alcohol, alcohol. How about popping up? How about, fine. If you can't cut back and cut people off, here's a suggestion. Food. Which there is a lot of it, but it's not emphasized as much as the alcohol. Overall, to make everyone's life a lot easier, from the organizers down to the event, down to the servers, what they need to do is honestly come up with a better way, and just, you gotta start cutting people off. My first time I was there, I went to opening night. I was at the Steel Pub till about 2 a.m. Walking across the bridge, the Fahey New Street Bridge, there were a couple times where it's like, okay, people were wasted, and I'm like, okay, just stay clear of them, because I don't know if they're, if they're going to do anything if I bump into them or not. And that's no joke. So there is there is the downside. There is the safety factor that goes along with this music festival, where someone told me, they said the public drunkenness laws fall under the it's up to your discretion. Okay, cool. Well, for the city of Bethlehem and the organizers of Musikfest, try using a little bit more of it, and err a little bit more on the side of safety versus there are other ways to get people to spend their money. But you will hear from me throughout the course of the festival about the positive and the fantastic side of this festival, until you are tired of hearing about it. But this is a major downside that I feel, and apparently other people feel the same way, really needs to be addressed, other than giving everyone a free pass and actually encouraging them, and not only saying it, by encouraging people and providing very easy access for them to become intoxicated and abuse the alcohol, versus just having a few drinks and saying, you know what, we're just going to go out, have some fun, listen to a band, maybe grab a soda or something. And I know I'm going to get shit for this, and I really don't care for this article, and I really don't care, but this part of it has to change. Thanks for your support, everybody. Michael Phoenix, founder of the magazine. We're crazy enough to keep it going no matter what. Your support means a hell of a lot to us. Keeps it the reason why we keep going. Be safe in the night, and always, to your family and friends, and especially if you're here at Musikfest, please be safe. So support your local artists and bands and businesses. You never know, might see me around. Festival's just started.